Live on this Thursday morning, the 8th of June. It's good to have you on board. The Western Cape government says thousands of people have been evacuated from Knysna as fires rage through parts of the coastal town. Officials say residents were evacuated from Brenton, Belvedere, Valbedacht, Nanya, Eastford, Green Pastures and Knysna Heights. A farm worker, his wife and their son died in a fire at Riedendalhard outside Knysna. At least 26 fires were reported along the Garden Route yesterday. Further up the coast, areas around Port Elizabeth and farms near Port Alfred have also been hit by fires. Motorists are warned not to drive through the thick smoke. Meanwhile, schools in the Western Cape will reopen today following a massive storm that left at least 8 people dead. The victims include 4 people who died when a house caught fire outside Stellenbosch. Schools in the province were closed yesterday to protect learners and teachers, and at least 22 schools were damaged by the storm. Disaster risk management teams remained on the alert throughout the night. That is, as storms continued to batter the peninsula. The extreme weather conditions should abate today, but rough sea conditions, which have been aggravated by full moon spring tide, are expected to continue until the end of the week. For more on the impact of the storm, let us once again cross live to our reporter Nomawethu Solwandle, who is at Khayelitsha this morning in Cape Town. Nomawethu, good morning to you. Talk to us about the situation at schools. 22 schools damaged by the storm, and learners expected to return to class this morning.
Well, a very good morning to you once again, Balisa. Indeed, we see learners returning to school this morning. We see people going back to work as well. You'll remember that yesterday things were free-flowing on Cape Town's freeways as people heeded the call to be safe rather than sorry and stay at home, stay off the roads, and learners as well were told not to come to school. But we see things this morning returning to normal. We're still unsure as into what's going to happen at those schools where there's been a bit of damage as a result of the bad weather, but we do see learners going to school. So we'll definitely find out what's happening at those schools. But as much as earlier on, Balisa, we said that it seems that the worst is over in terms of the storm. It seems that Cape Townians will actually continue to experience those uncomfortable weather conditions. It's still very cold. It's still very wet. It's probably not as wet as it was yesterday, but it's still very, very cold, and it's still very, very much uncomfortable. Yesterday, at last count, we had about 2,000 people in the Cape Town metropole that had been affected by the bad weather conditions, and those include areas such as Makasa, Nyanga and Gugulethu. We still haven't gotten information from disaster management this morning as into what happened last night, and there was quite a bit of rain last night, so those numbers are likely to increase this morning. But of course, we will bring you those news as the day progresses. But for now, it's back to you in the studio, Balisa.
All right, thank you so much to our reporter live from Khayelitsha in Cape Town.